It's us.
Hey, everybody.
We're here.
It is us. We are making comics and art. I'm
Yep.
Peter.
I'm Alison.
And welcome, one and all. We got Nicholas here
Yeah, we got Nick.
with us today.
We got my new friends over at Crimson Owl
And
Comics.
we got Crimson, yeah.
That was a
What's
great
up,
show the
what's
other night.
up? Was it, I think I missed that one. I've
Yeah,
been
that was
so
a fun show.
everywhere.
Yeah, that was a Thursday show that I was on with them. That was a lot of fun. I definitely have to do that
Oh,
again.
that was you. Okay,
Yeah,
I did catch that. So, yeah.
you're scatterbrained. I get it.
I'm overworked
We're all
and
scatterbrained
yeah.
here.
But okay, so one of the things I want to mention is Alison won't be here this week more than likely, so I'll be solo. This
You
is
have
a
to help me
makeup.
recover.
Yeah, this episode is a makeup for Friday. Because I had to get some work done. But more than likely, I'll probably stream Wednesday and Friday this week. But we'll see. I'll take it by ear. Um, I got a couple of covers and stuff to dish out, so it's more my focus. And also, I gotta get my babies on track to move to Boston. So
Yep.
my fault is um,
Yep, I'm taking
which
a
will be an
third. I'm stupid.
adventure. um, but okay, so we got 3 guests lined up for the beginning of April, though.
Yep.
The big one being Peter Smetti, which we're
Oh,
both
yeah.
excited about.
Very excited. I can't
Uh,
wait to talk to Peter.
yeah, it's like I've chatted with him in chats and in private messaging and whatever. I was supposed to be on his 15 minutes of fame, but my internet crashed and didn't work out. But so we'll finally get a chance to chit chat, and that would be great. We have a writer coming on and somebody else. I have it all in my messages and whatnot. One day I'll get more organized, but
Yeah, I have it in my messages someplace too. So yeah,
yeah.
where that in there, I gotta
Um,
dig through
but
it.
I had an old friend, a YouTuber as well, who I haven't actually seen in a while. I don't know if you know Christopher. Is it Martinez? Goes by Comics on Chris.
I think I have met. I think
Or
I have met them.
yeah, he actually approached me about doing a couple of my thumbnails. So I'm gonna give him a shot on that and see what comes of it. At least
Very
we'll get a
cool.
couple of nice thumbnails for a change. Um,
Very cool.
I gotta fire the guy who's doing it now, which is me.
That would be you.
um, but yeah, excited about that. And um, actually Wednesday I'll be on Art and Stuff. It's AH' and stuff. Um, and that will be with Joe Sontag and Sean. I'm not sure how you pronounce his last name, but they're both on that show, and they're having me as a guest. And I believe that's Wednesday night at 10 p.m. Eastern time. So it'll be a late show for me, but that will be fun. The Sin Killer,
Yeah, that could be
otherwise
cool.
known as Marielle, welcome.
Oh, Sin Killer. It's always good
And
to see Sin Killer.
then April 9th, which is my birthday,
Yep.
coming up shortly. I'll be on the Raging 2 network with the girls, Stephanie and Nita, and me and Randy Zimmerman will be guests. And that's a new show that they're doing.
Yep.
And
Yeah, I'm
I
subscribed
forget
to
the
it.
name of the show, but actually Mario knows the name if he wants to drop it in the chat. And I'm excited about that to be starting one of their new shows. And yeah, just a lot of stuff going on. I tried to get some cleaning done today, and I'm running out to my friend's place because her cat had kittens, and she had 6 kittens. Only 3 survived at this point in time, but
That's too
that's
bad.
typical. That's typical of cats having kittens.
Yeah, it is.
I'm told.
It's still sad, but
Yeah, it's still sad. But it seems like everybody's in good right now, and mom's looking trim again. She was pretty pretty fat for a while. And so all is well over there. And this is what I have before me is my anthology story, which Alison's also going to be working on doing gray tones and lettering. So
yep.
I figured I'd show these off before I get to work today. And this is just page 1. This is my favorite page, page 2. Page 3. And this is Wildology. That's Brian Smallwood. Page 5. Page 6. Page 7. It keeps going on. Page 8. And the final page. So yeah, if I wasn't doing anything else, I would have had this finished, but I got too much going on. So let's take this time to mention what you got going on with your Patreon, because you upgraded that in a sense.
Yep. I'll pop it up here.
Cool.
That's not what I wanted to do. That's also not what I wanted to do. That's what I want to do. Okay, so this is going to be the Quasar Kid. This is going to be for $2 a month. You have access to the comic I'm working on here. It's beginning June 1st, and it is a space weird western. It's the best way I can describe it. Let's see. It will have a lot of western tropes in it. Quasar Kid. I got that whole idea kind of from Billy the Kid, so went with that. And I really love westerns, and I love Weird West stuff, and I wanted to do something science fiction-y, so I got that going. And I think it should be a lot of fun. It'll definitely have some over-the-top action in it, but it'll also have some definite elements of horror. As I've developed a few things for this that I'm not ready to show yet. That will have it'll have some interesting repercussions of the universe, so to speak. But yeah, her gun is a Quasar model, so Quasar model 45, hence the Quasar Kid.
Yeah. So since there'll be like violence and horror and whatnot, does that mean your Patreon is mature?
I don't know. It's not going to be. I mean, it's going to have horror in it, but it's not going to be. I want basically everybody to be able to read it and enjoy it. I'd say it's probably a bit heavier than. I would say Tales from the Cryptish in some would be like the levels, like of things I'm going to try to go for. Like I'm not trying to do well, I don't really want to get like a hard R rating or anything like that. Like I want like a PG to a PG-13 would be my ideal area of
Right.
what I'm targeting for. So I think that could be fun. And like one of my favorite westerns is like the High Plains Drifter, which is basically it's The Crow with a cowboy. Um, and one of the other ones I
Yeah.
really enjoy is Pale
Uh,
Rider. So, which is
Yep.
the Angel of Death, and he's a
Another
cowboy.
excellent.
So stuff like that. Like
So good. So good.
there'll be stuff like that in it. She is not fully what she appears to be, type of thing. Hence why she can. Hence why she lives as long as she does. So, but yeah, so there'll be elements of things going on in it, and said I'm having fun with the designs. I've always really wanted to do a western. Like I've thought about it a few times, and I've been watching a lot of westerns lately, and I'm just like, space western. Like, where can I go wrong? I mean, it's like Star Wars, western like, so why not?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, so it'll have it.
I'm excited for it.
Would be like kind of a good place to look for some of my inspiration of stuff that I want to do. Generally speaking, I believe blood is stored in the body at 2000 psi. I probably won't go as far as that with this one. I mean, I'm not gonna. There will be blood in it, but it's not gonna. I'm probably not gonna go over dramatic with it like I typically do with my stuff. But yeah, so that's basically what's coming in June. It's $2 tier. If you wanted to sign up for it, I'm going to be posting, background art, other such things as it goes. Plus, you get the cat photos. And who doesn't want cat photos? Let's throw a link in the chat. But yeah, that's basically.
I got your Patreon pinned to the chat, and it's also down in the video description. Yeah.
Yeah, I just threw it in again. Okay. It's like, it's there. It's like, hey, everybody, check it out. It's there. Let's see. I got a friend of mine coming in who's delivering me a milkshake, so bear with me here, because I'm on a liquid diet right now until tomorrow. Technically, I'm on a liquid diet for the next 2 weeks, so...
Oh, good.
Wait, it's unlocked. If you want to let him in, that's cool. My friend Kayla's here in the background helping me out with some stuff.
Hello. I don't know why.
Hello.
Why not?
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Actually, Jeremy, I'm working on a D&D supplement with.
You got enough?
Nope. I just figured I'd come help.
What was it? D&D monster supplement that we're putting up on the whatchamacallit, DM's Guild. Thank you.
Hopefully it hasn't melted too much.
Thank you.
No worries.
How much?
Don't worry about it.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm sure. Don't worry about it.
And that's Jeremy here in the background who's helping us out. Grab a seat, buddy.
What are you saying here? Hold on.
I can sit multiple places. Go ahead.
You can take it.
You're good.
All right, fine. I didn't want to take your seat if you're already sitting there.
She slept there, so it's fine.
Okay. Place looks different.
Yeah. That was thanks to Jess and everything.
Oh, you got the screen up now, I suppose.
Yep.
You don't have to worry about the cat scratching at it anymore.
Exactly. Yeah, so Jeremy and I will be working on a project for the DM's Guild called Slaves of Madness, was it?
Yes.
Slaves of Madness. And it'll be a monster manual piece where I am designing all the monsters. I've shown some of them on the stream before of what we were doing with it. So that should be pretty fun.
Excellent.
Yeah, I have a lot of the things pencil sketched out. So, well, I have a few of them pencil sketched out. I'm actually redoing a few of them because I wasn't happy. But yeah, so those are projects that I have going right now.
Yeah.
Also,
yeah,
I'm in,
I have like a
was it? I'm in Enter the Cromniverse, and I'm going to be in Concrete Arcanum, those two anthology books.
right. The Cromverse is being funded now, or is it sign up?
Well, Enter the Cromniverse is active right now. Actually, I'll drop a link for it.
Yeah.
On Indiegogo.
So that's Pops for those that don't know.
Yep, it's run by Pops Van Zants, and we have a.
I should have some to drink.
There we go. See, currently we are at. What the, did it go down? No, it went up. Okay, we're at 12. We're at 1233 of our $8,000 fixed goal. It's actually a 60-day campaign. We don't know why it's saying 28, but it's supposed to be a 60-day. We get a lot of cool stuff with it, including draw-in stuff where you can get stepped on by my character, Kaiju Crom.
Nice.
So that's going on right now, and I'll share the stuff with Concrete Arcanum, and if there's any D&D players out there and stuff like that, we'll be putting the Slaves of Madness stuff up too.
Sweet. I wanted to mention Chris Stuckman, a guy I follow on YouTube, reviews movies. Went to crowdfund his horror movie, indie horror movie. I've talked about it on previous episodes. It has ended, and he has brought in, I think it's something like 1,103 something. So
You're running a shitload.
it did really well. I probably got the number wrong, but it did over 1 million. For a movie, that's nothing because they need every penny they can get. But because of all the talk surrounding the project, he has mentioned in his videos that people got in contact with him, and he may get somebody to distribute the movie, and like other perks, and so yeah, I'm really excited for him and his project. It's called Shelby Oates, and he's going to be filming it this summer. So very, very cool. It's like if I wasn't a comic guy, I would definitely be a movie guy. For sure.
Yep. Yeah, I'm actually interested in the movie. I looked at the Kickstarter. I didn't have the money to back it, but I looked at it, and I'm definitely interested in it. So
yeah, I didn't have the money. It's like there is a Discord where you can see a little more stuff without putting money towards it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll just wait for the movie.
Same.
Yeah. So yeah, as far as the sort of loose topic for today, I was just thinking about comic books, like when I was really hardcore collecting comic books, and some of the books I was excited about and would go actually on Wednesday or Tuesday, whatever it was back when.
And where you live.
Yeah, they switched at some point, but one of the books, and I don't know if you ever picked up Spiderman 2099.
Oh God, yeah.
I loved that book. I thought that was, in many ways, it was the best Spider-Man title. you know.
At the time, it definitely was.
Yeah, and it rocked. It was Peter David, Rick Leonardi on pencils, Al Williamson on inks. The book looked phenomenal. It was such a great design for a future society and world. The character design of Spider-Man himself was great. Everything about it was fun, and yeah, the art was gorgeous.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it was listen, my friend Jeremy was actually just saying, he goes, that was probably the best 29 book, that and Doom 2099. Because those books were great.
Except it wasn't Ravage.
I never read Doom.
Ravage.
That was back. I thought,
Yeah, that
He was too old to write at that time.
yeah.
But yeah, Doom was
But,
great, and Spider-Man was fantastic, and that was definitely the best Spider-Man book coming out at the time.
Yeah.
Not really sure.
I definitely.
Now that I really think about it, but what I liked more than that Spider-Man run, like after that. So, I mean, I like Spider-Man Blue.
Well, I mean, I picked up plenty of issues of, you know, Amazing Spider-Man. I don't know like what stood out, what I picked up as a kid. But I was always happy with, you know, whatever team was on the book. I mean, obviously, Spider-Man's a great character. Peter Parker's a great character. He has a plethora of supporting cast, excellent villains. You know, I think hands down, my favorite issue or two issues was.
I feel he's tied.
With Flash?
Was it? Yeah. Actually, we should have Jeremy on the stream at some point. He'd be really good for this. He's he really knows comics pretty well and stuff like that, like with history and things.
Nothing modern.
Yeah.
Any modern titles.
Well, we really haven't been either. So like, we were reading like indie stuff. But the was it the like we were talking, like one of the things we like to discuss, like who has the best rogues gallery. Now, hands down, it's typically Batman. But who is the second best? And I feel it's tied between Flash and Spidey.
My usual argument after that is that Fantastic Four Rogues Gallery is underrated.
Yeah.
It's actually one of the top Rogues Galleries in comics.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, this was a topic brought up in David Finch's.
Oh yeah, it was on Finch's
show.
stream because I was saying that I'm like Spidey and Flash tied.
And I mentioned Fantastic Four.
Yeah, you did. You mentioned the FF.
Yep.
Said,
as you pointed out, FF's gallery just gets overwhelmed because
Galactus and Doom. But I mean, Annihilus?
Yeah, I mean, you can reel off any half dozen that could support a good long story arc or even a crossover event.
Yeah. But yeah, no, the Fantastic Four stuff's great. I mean, Skrulls.
You know, even Namor was a villain at one point. You know?
Oh yeah, Namor. Hulk. Just anytime Hulk fought thing, I was happy.
Yeah. So many.
Yeah.
I used to collect Hulk versus Thing fights. It's awesome. Oh. But yeah, good times. Yeah, because Dave was talking about some of the next things he's going to want to draw for characters. I think he was talking Shocker at one point or someone else. I can't remember.
Yeah.
That might have also been in a private.
A lot of Oh yeah. Oh
That
yeah.
might have
Well,
been. I can't remember
he's
now.
okay. He is doing villains and currently Batman villains, right?
That was it. Yeah, he's doing Batman villains, but he's not doing Joker.
Right, because he's been done to
Everybody does.
death. Yeah. Have you seen like you've seen the Batman, right? Have you seen the clip
Oh, yeah.
of Joker that wasn't in the movie?
Yes. Yes, I have. That was terrifying.
I actually didn't like it, but I have a aversion to freaks. So
Fair.
yeah. It's pretty messed up looking Joker.
Yeah, he
For
is
those
pretty
that
messed up
haven't-
looking.
Yeah.
He's more messed up looking than Heath Ledger's Joker, and that's saying something.
Yeah. It's like let's just go all the way.
But yeah, I enjoyed the scene, but I like that. So
So
it
what-
doesn't
what,
shoot bullets from drawing the things in here anyway. So the energy packs are
What comic series were you excited about back in the day?
Well, I remember one of the big ones that I went out of my way to get because I was super excited for it was X-Force #1. Like,
Right?
because it had so much hype behind it. I was like, yes, I want this. I made sure I was there on a Wednesday to get it. Oh, thank you, Sinkiller. Pop that up. What was it? So I really enjoyed that, and then I read it, and I was like, that was really worth the hype. I mean, I liked it, but yeah, I thought it was going to be like, God's gift to comics, and it definitely was
Mhm.
not. Spawn was another one I was super looking forward to that I went out of my way to get, and that's just because I love Todd McFarlane and anything he does.
Right.
Spawn, I was super happy with and love it to this day, even though it's probably not the greatest of writing, but the art is badass. So.
Yeah, Spawn was one of the books I picked up, and I picked up the first, I don't know, 50, 75 issues. So
Yeah,
I was really really into it for a while.
Mhm.
And
then what was it when you got Capullo drawing it, and like Capullo started to be better than McFarlane? It was like blowing my mind.
yeah, he's so good.
Yeah, he is.
I want to look at his stuff when I start drawing retro, like see if I can subliminally pick up stuff.
Yeah, his stuff is incredible. I love looking at his early Creech stuff, and I'm really looking forward to the new series he's talking about doing. That I'll probably get.
I think I missed the boat on that, but I think they're going to throw out collections before they do the third volume or whatever.
You can get them like in dollar bins and stuff like that, the originals. So, like they're not hard to get because they were image books from the '90s. There's lots of them.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not a knock against the guy. I love the books. I still read the books. There's shitloads of them.
Yeah. No, things sold like nuts back then.
Oh God, that is done.
I'm just weird.
Okay.
Yes, Kayla is weird.
Thank you, though.
Todd can't make guns anymore for DC characters. If a character has one instead of a gun, they'll have a sword.
There's a decent chance I would do this regardless.
So is he not doing Deadshot? I mean, what the hell? I mean, okay, Deathstroke I can kind of understand. I mean, he's got guns, but he also does have the sword and he's got the staff. So I'm like, all right, that one's okay. But Deadshot shoots people.
What is this, a DC policy?
Yeah, I think it's a DC policy.
Well, that fucks Grifter, doesn't it?
Yeah, well, no, I don't know how much they're using the Wildcat characters right now.
I
Anyway,
thought didn't Grifter get a solo title last relaunch?
in New 52, but they.
Well, I don't know how. Well, I forget how long it was. As I said, I duck my head and 5 years pass. You know.
Fair. But yeah, if they made a Grifter figure, that would screw him completely though, because he's Two Gun Mojo.
Oh, it's just for toys. Toys, okay.
Yeah, it's toys.
Oh, toys is fine. I mean, I thought they were getting out from comics.
Oh no.
Yeah, I was like, what's Todd doing at DC?
Oh yeah, he's just doing toys.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah, I mean that's where Todd makes all of his money, like Jeremy was kind of saying.
Yeah, well, he's phenomenal at the toys. Yeah.
Yeah, his toy business it just took off. So I mean, it's like all these people wanted to make Spawn toys, and he was looking at them. And he's like, "These are crap. I'll make my own."
So how's he going to do Quasar Kid? Can't
Well,
do guns.
It's not a DC character, so of course he can do guns.
Oh, okay. Oh, so it's a DC.
It's DC only.
I see.
It's the DC toy line that he does only. So yes, of course he can do gun. When he makes the Quasar Kid figure, he can definitely do guns.
Sweet.
To be lots of guns, and I'm probably going to stick lightsabers in too, just because lightsabers are cool.
Nice. So let's see. Were you a fan of Nexus back in the day?
Well, I remember Nexus. Yeah, Nexus was good.
Yeah, I love Nexus, but Steve Rude Nexus, not any other crap.
I didn't think we were talking about anything else.
Yeah.
Battle Chasers. When that came out, I was like first in line.
Yeah.
Well, Joe Mad. I mean, my background's Joe Mad in my thing, so Joe Mad might be an influence on my heart.
I really liked what I saw back then. That was a great book. I was a fan of Joe Mad. I wouldn't say when he didn't have any fans, because he was doing X-Men. He had lots of fans, but he wasn't really talked about until he altered his style.
Yeah, it's when he basically kind of moved away from Art Adams and started doing anime.
Yeah,
like I remember because I had the Deadpool miniseries that he did, the first Deadpool miniseries. It was like his first full book that he did, and
right.
I remember reading it, going, "That's pretty cool," and I didn't really think about it. Then, I saw him on X-Men. I'm like, "Who's this Joe Mad guy?" I'm like, "That's familiar." And I look back, I'm like, "Oh, he changed." Yeah, then I found out that he was he got the Street Fighter 2 movie and was pausing it up on screen, doing shape studies of how they did all the characters and all that from the pause scene, so you could manipulate and do it.
That makes sense.
Yep.
That makes sense.
And then the next thing you know, we have Ninja Scroll in X-Men.
Yeah.
I like that storyline. Yeah, I collected his stuff, but Battle Chasers I was a huge fan of because it was basically Final Fantasy, but a comic book.
Were you a fan of he did a was it issue or a short run of Ultimates?
Yep, I have the whole thing he did. Not a fan of the story.
I love his artwork and his pencils are gorgeous, but I'm still against when I just see pencils and not inks.
Yeah, I don't understand why they didn't ink him in that.
I would have loved to ink him. I would have done it for free.
You heard it here now, Marvel. Get him back, and Peter will ink it for
Yeah.
free.
Yes, and then I'll sell the pages for $1 million each.
The same. Well, I taught myself how to ink by inking Joe Mad. I printed out his pencils and would ink them. That's how I taught myself brush techniques and everything.
Yeah. You know, all the time I see Joe Mad's not too bad because he's more straightforward. I see so many wannabe inkers or wannabe, whatever artists in comics do samples over David Finch, and I'm like, if you're not good and as an inker and you do samples over Finch,
It's gonna look like crap.
Yeah, it looks so bad. It's like, if he can't step up and to what he's doing, it makes you look worse,
The other person that I was trying to teach myself inking on was Mike Turner. I decided I was not ready for Mike Turner. Because he's another one who has one of those styles that if you don't get the inks right, the characters look flat. Like completely.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I can't really do this. But Joe Mad, I was able to really kind of get a feel for it. But then again, my art style definitely has a Joe Mad influence, so I think that helped.
Yeah. Well, one of my favorites, even back when his work was a lot stiffer, was John Romita Jr. I always loved John Romita Jr. Whatever he did, I would usually pick up, and he was somebody I tried inking and didn't succeed.
Fair enough.
There was some pencils somewhere. I don't know where I got them, but I saw some pencils of his work on that Daredevil book with Miller.
Oh, I love that book. Yeah, Man Without Fear.
Man Without Fear, and yeah, I just couldn't succeed. It was like, this looks so simple and straightforward, but I'm like, it's off and it looks worse. And
yeah, there's something about his style that it's like, oh, this looks easy, but then you try to like replicate it and you're like, wait a minute, there's more to this. Like his style is very deep.
And yeah, I mean, especially with all, like, he uses the side of a pencil and a million inkers can ink his work, and it would look a million different ways.
Sorry. Don't worry about it. Oh, Kayla's doing stupid hand things behind me. But I...
Trying to seal the demon in you.
Yeah. That's it. Okay, so we got EJB here with, I think many people don't get how Finch uses his cross-hatching. If it doesn't have a slight curve and follow the forms, it just flattens everything. And yes, that is very true. Finch comes from the Mark Silvestri school of learning how to draw. And
better than Vince Colletta's school, I guess.
Well, yeah. That's true. So, because Silvestri is another one that if you look at his, like, especially like the stuff he did in Darkness and beyond that, when he was trying to get more back into being himself in some ways, he's difficult. His lines are very direct, and if you're not really sure how he works them, you're going to get lost in his line art, and it will look kind of flat. And Finch definitely has that.
Well, there's another book when Silvestri was doing Darkness. In Darkness, it was like, to me, it was it's okay. To me, it was all about the art.
Oh, I've got that just for the art.
Yeah. It was like, a mobster as a you wouldn't call him a
Is a weird superhero thing. Yeah.
But Silvestri, yeah, I love his work.
I think Silvestri was the most talented of the Image originals. So I think they even said that.
Definitely. You know, like Wallace Pistachio.
Pistachio. Willis Pistachio. Yeah.
He's very, very good, but his face is always, I almost
Yeah,
say
he has Jim Lee
borderline
syndrome with faces.
Yeah, it's like some of them are great, some of them are like disasters.
Like I used to collect his X-Men run pretty much religiously because
Right.
his stuff was beautiful, and then you could tell when he was getting ready to go to Image because he stopped drawing backgrounds.
Yeah.
Oh, you're just like, yeah, I'm not feeling this.
But he's definitely a really good artist. But like, yeah, I
Oh
would
god, yeah.
suggest a strong editor or art director when it on some things that he does.
Okay, so it's like J. Scott Campbell. I love his artwork. So
Right.
he has this amazing stylized like Disney cheesecake style, and I love it. It's great. It's over the top. All of his girls have the same face. It's basically his wife's face, from what I understand.
Yeah.
So it's like, but his art's still awesome. So I can't complain.
Yeah. Like
To be fair, what a great
he's
artist.
definitely a more than capable artist. To me, it always looks. It's like, yeah, it's well
His stuff's
done,
always
but
good.
it's not. Yeah,
I'm thinking I can never remember his name.
it's
but
too
he-
perfect.
Golden Cup.
I can't think of his name, but you're right. His stuff usually has similar things.
To be honest, he's I'd say he's close to an artist like Hal Foster than most mangaka or most comic book artists.
Yeah. Jeremy was mentioning the artist of Lone Wolf and Cub and how he definitely had same face syndrome. And when you look at his manga compared to other mangakas and all that, because most manga, the faces are similar and things because they're done by, well, basically a assembly line.
Yeah,
But his stuff, he was saying, was close to Hal Foster. And yeah, that makes sense because he was that good. So.
yeah.
I mean, I love Hal Foster and Alex Raymond and all them. Frank Fazetta.
Yeah, man. Fazetta, his black and white comic book work was
Is
gorgeous.
to die for.
And like other people of his generation at that time had a hand in what he was doing, and he would help the other people out. Like, what was it? Al Williamson, Frank Fazetta,
Yeah.
Mike Kaluta. A bunch
Okay.
of those guys were helping each other at the time.
Oh god,
You
yeah.
can tell.
Then you look at like his work on Buck Rogers. It was just amazing.
Yeah.
I loved his stuff. A lot of people don't realize that Flash Gordon is basically, well, that's doing really good. Let's make our own. Yeah, Buck came first. Very, very different character than the Gil Gerard TV show.
Oh, yeah, I haven't read it. I know it's different.
It's space opera.
Yeah, I haven't read Buck, so I can't compare it to Flash. I've read 2 years of Flash content.
Oh, Flash is awesome.
Oh yeah, Flash
is Alice Raymond.
Yeah, Flash is the most until Star Wars. Flash is the most successful child of John Carter there ever was.
Yep. That was another comics I used to like, the old John Carter stuff that they adapted. the old Marvel ones like Warlord of Mars and stuff like that. Then again, I also like the old Conan comics and things.
Who did Warlord of Mars? Do you remember? I remember
Top of my
liking it.
head.
Cochran?
Yeah, Cochran, I believe, did.
Cochran did something.
Yeah.
I know they took when Penguin did a reprint of the first of the Princes of Mars. They took a Cochran cover from that series as a cover for that reprint.
Yep, that's right. It's good stuff.
Yeah. Do you remember? I think Alien was the first like graphic novel movie adaptation that I liked.
Oh, the Alien graphic novel movie adaptation was fantastic.
And that was well,
yeah, it was Walt
Simon?
Simonson, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Then Jack Kirby did was it The Black Hole and 2001.
Well, 2001 was awesome because it was what Treasury edition size.
Yeah, it was Treasury edition. Yep, it was huge.
I love those books.
Yeah, and it was
so cool.
all Kirby greatness.
Yeah, yeah.
I think I gotta get going.
Okay.
Got some stuff to do, but
Well, thanks for making
sorry, what?
Thanks for making it, and definitely, good luck.
Thanks.
To what you got coming up.
Yep. It'll be an interesting time in the future. But I'll see everybody later, probably in about a week. I should be hopefully recovered by then so I can get back up and start streaming and everything. But yeah, I'm going to ditch Peter and let him go on. So,
cool.
So I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.
All right. Bye.
Thank you. Thank you, EJB. Bye.
And then there was one. Yeah, I loved Walt's Alien movie adaptation book. And I don't know if Marvel was doing a lot of them or it was Marvel DC or whoever were doing movie adaptations in comic form. And that is definitely the one I remember being the first good one. Another great one, and in a strange way, was Stranko did a movie called Outland, which was, and here comes one of my guys. Hi, Crash. What are you doing? Oh, I knew. Good thing hi, Betty. Yeah, let's see. Where's the kitty? Yeah, I'm not gonna get any work done now. Am I? You see it in my face. Yeah, Outland was dinner's ready. Okay, cool. Thanks for coming by, Maria. And yeah, speedy recovery, Alison. Yeah. Outland was a very, very graphic style, especially for Stranko, who had a few different styles. But I loved that book when it came out. But one of my favorites, yeah, Sean Connery's Space Nova movie, and the movie was great too. So it was double plus. But definitely my favorite Jim Stranko book of all was Chandler, which is taken in like the old Pulp Fiction detective novels. Yeah, don't mind me, Kat. I just work here. Chandler was a book. I thought it was just published, like graphic novel size, like slightly bigger than a regular comic proportionally. Oh, thanks for scratching yourself. Now there's cat hair everywhere over here. Yeah, she was asleep. I thought I had more time, but I'll be ending in like 5 minutes. But Chandler was sort of a little experimental that Jim Stranko took on, and it's just printed off of his pencils. And like I was mentioning with Joe Madureira, usually, like 95, 98% of the time, I'm against published pencils. But Chandler, I freaking loved. And I remember, it's like, back when, I knew Joe Quesada, like I'd see him a lot, and he didn't have a big comic collection. Like, honestly, like, other than his own published work and maybe a few things, he had the Akira series that Marvel published, which everybody freaking loved that. And that was a favorite of mine. That book is phenomenal. That movie is phenomenal. But he didn't have a copy of Chandler, and he asked to borrow it, and I think he had it for a couple of months. That stuff was gorgeous. But yeah, it's like, yeah, so much cat hair. I guess I won't go a full hour, but thank you everybody for coming. If you haven't already liked this video, please give it a like. I should go because I do have a couple of deadlines, and this week is going to be insane for me. And I'll probably catch an early dinner first. But yeah, share my channel out to your friends, and we're more than welcoming to having guests on. If any of you who watch this show want to come on that haven't been on, or of other creators, writers, artists, colorists, painters, whatever, illustrators, ever want to come on, just you can hit me up almost anywhere. I have everything open to the public, and I'm sure, even though I have a couple of covers, I'll probably finish this during the week. But usually, as usual, I'll do my sneak peek. Oh wait, it's in my scanner. Hold on. What are you doing, Crash? Why are you messing up my stream? You should be sleeping. So this is the next cover I have. I got done for the American Alchemist. You stay over there. Get away from me. American Alchemist, and let me turn this off so you can see it better. Anthology that's coming up. Go away. Cats. They're out of control. Do you hear, or however you pronounce his name, who passed away? This might have been his last cover. This was a lot of fun. It took forever. The reason for that is I printed it in blue way back when my blue on my printer still worked, but it was too light. And if I didn't already get a good portion of it started, I would have just said, screw it, I'll start over. But I got a portion of it started, and I didn't want to have to redo it all. But I think it came out really, really nice. And I'll share it out tomorrow. I haven't seen Chandler by Stranko. But one artist whose art holds up well in pencil is Cohen. Yeah, Gene Cohen. Yeah, I mean, whenever really good pencils are talked about, Gene's name pops up a lot. EJB says, "Oh wow, that cover looks great. Thanks. I killed myself on it." I've been getting, I've been fortunate enough, in the past 6 months or whatever, to be getting a lot of really excellent cover work, and so definitely, I'm trying to put together a list of not only work I've done, but where you can, go and like get the comics that my work is in. Maybe I'll do it on my link tree. Maybe I'll do it as a post everywhere. I don't know. Trying to figure it out what's the best way, or maybe I'll do everything. But yeah, I got a couple of more covers. Something else that many people will be excited about that I'll be working on this week that I can't talk about at all, really. But I'll be around Wednesday, and like I mentioned, I'll be on Art and Stuff Wednesday night at 10, and then I'll be here more than likely Friday as well. And if Alison comes back by then, Alison comes back, but I'm not expecting her this week. But the following week we have multiple guests, Peter Cimetti being the biggest one. Hey, be nice to the artwork. Kitty, you don't know anything. All right, everybody. Have a great day. And I'll see you again soon.